Welcome back to my channel. I want to do this because I create some ASMR videos, but this is not an ASMR video today. So this video is about how to start your luxury designer collection. And I really am at the very beginning of this. I'm at the very beginning of this journey. And I guess one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about it is because it is something that I'm very passionate about. I'm actually really passionate about a lot of luxury goods. I'm fascinated by so many of the different brands. I have my favourite brands. But I haven't necessarily been sort of able to purchase into them yet. And I wanted to create this for anybody else, especially who's at the beginning of their journey. Because I know that something that I felt is that when you're at the beginning, it can feel like you maybe want to sort of create like a luxe vibe. Now, I really like sort of edgy as well, but I really wanted my sort of style to be kind of luxe and sort of luxury but edgy as well. And I wanted to combine the two. And sometimes it can be a bit frustrating at the beginning because you don't necessarily have any funds for it. And so I also wanted to talk about the fact that you don't necessarily need to buy designer items in order to actually create a look or an aesthetic that's kind of luxe. And obviously, if you're into that, that's great as well, because I'm also really interested in certain brands. But I guess I wanted to show you how you can sort of create that aesthetic without using those pieces as well. But I also wanted to talk to you about, you know, some of the sort of lower budget ways to maybe get into some of those brands that you really love. Okay, so if that sounds like something that interests you, if you're into that, then please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell so that you can be notified every time I post a new video. And let's get into it. So I thought we would start with handbags, and I know that handbags can be really, really pricey. So I basically have a Love Moschino bag, and it was actually bought for me as a gift. I think they knew that I was really interested in this. And I think that going for some of these lower brands, these lower designer brands, is a really great way to sort of start into it. So you have, I know not everybody's into, let's say, like Versace jeans couture. I actually think they're really great for clothes, to be honest. I've seen some beautiful Versace jeans couture clothes, and I think they're incredible for that. But I think Love Moschino is, I think, a really great brand for bags because their bags have a lot of detail. They have a lot of black bags. They have a lot of sort of black with gold hardware. And this bag is red, as you can see. So I really wanted to share that with you. Like I said, I feel like there's a lot of detail. There's a lot of detail on this bag. So I love this detail here that is obviously spelling out love, you know, as part of the brand. I know this is not, it's not supposed to be ASMR, but I thought I would just really quickly give you a close-up look how this looks. So there's sort of a lot of detail on it. I love the chain, and it's fared really well. There's definitely some colour transfer on the back, which I knew was going to happen because I wear a lot of black. But it's in incredible condition. I was gifted this. A friend gave it to me as a gift. This was not the Christmas just gone, but the Christmas before. So I've had this for over a year, and I've actually been wearing this pretty much every time I've gone out. I've worn this bag. So, you know, I feel like so many people, when they talk about bags, they don't necessarily wear the bags a lot. So when they're talking about wear, they might have had, sorry, I'm trying to move this, this piece of hair doesn't want to go. So I feel like a lot of the time when people talk about sort of wear and tear with bags, they might have had a bag for 3 months or 6 months or a year, but often they've only maybe brought it out a few times. So it's really great to be able to say, I have worn this, you know, I've worn this many, many times, and it is still faring really, really well. It's quite soft actually. It's still looking quite soft. You can see the logo down there on the bottom. But yeah, it's still looking really new, and I really love that about it. It has a crossbody strap. The crossbody strap is really quite long. I might see if I can put a little video up there or something so you can actually see the length of it. But it's really great for crossbody use as well. You can obviously take this strap off. Take it off there, and you can just use it by the top handle if that's more your thing. So yeah, I think Love Moschino is a really great brand if you're sort of trying to start into it, sort of trying to start into designer goods. I'm trying to think of some of the other brands that I could recommend to you. So Tory Burch is another really great one as well. That would definitely be, I'd say, more expensive than, let's say, Love Moschino. But if you have budget for, let's say, like that kind of low end brand, price wise, then I think Tory Burch is really, really great. And you have Coach as another option. I also have a purse. Again, this was also bought for me. These were these were all gifts actually. This is by Kurt Geiger, and Kurt Geiger is a brand that I don't know whether you hear enough people talking about this. It's a really great brand. I love the quality of this. sorry, I have a tendency to smell everything. I really, really love the quality. It's doing really well. It's my main purse. I don't swap purses or anything. I've literally been using this constantly. It's rainbow. I know that rainbow isn't everybody's thing, but I love a lot of colour, and I think this comes out really beautifully. Sometimes too much colour can look a bit over the top, but this is just absolutely stunning. Sorry, I'm forgetting. I'm almost going into ASMR here trying to show, but I really just love the colour, so I wanted to share that with you. Has this, you could definitely sort of call that their logo here at the front, for Kurt Geiger, and I really love that. I really love anything with that logo on it by Kurt Geiger, and they do really great bags. I think they're fantastic for bags, and I think because price wise they are much lower down, I feel like they don't necessarily get a lot of I don't know whether I hear a lot of luxury YouTubers talking about Kurt Geiger, not generally speaking. I haven't anyway. And I think it's really important not to forget them, because to me they are very much a luxury brand. And I've held some of their bags before, and the chains, the hardware is so heavy. It really feels like you have something very solid and very quality in your hand when you're holding it. So I definitely think that Kurt Geiger is not a brand to be forgotten if you're into sort of statement pieces as well. They do jewelry now, so they do jewelry, they do boots, they do like sort of small leather goods, and they also do bags. So definitely important not to forget about them. So I really wanted to share that with you. It's something that I have a lot of love for, especially this side with all of the colour. And I also have these. So these are my YSL perfumes, and if you're trying to sort of maybe create a luxe feel, whether it's in sort of your aesthetic or whether it's you're in interior design, I have like a little corner where I have my Love Moschino bag, and I sort of put that down, and I also place these in front of it, and I keep them in the box. It's one of the things that I love most about this is the box, because it's something that I've kept, and I really feel like I can put it there, and it's just a really nice feel when I have that little corner with my bag and my perfumes in this beautiful box. And these are the 3 perfumes that came with it. This is the one that I use the most. I won't put it on because I already have it on. I already put it on earlier. So yeah, that's the one. That's the most used one for me. But I just think it's great. It's great to have this option as well, where you have the mini ones, so you can use whichever one you like. I think this was available at Christmas. Again, I got this Christmas before last, and I love just putting it on my side table and being able to see it. And I love the vibes of it. I just think it's really, really beautiful. Yeah, so that was really what I wanted to share. And the last thing I wanted to say to you was, I know I was talking about sort of styling, so I'm really struggling to move my hair off my face. Yeah, so I was sort of talking about styling, and I was saying, you actually, if you're at a point where you actually can't, where you actually don't have the budget to go into these brands, it's also possible to sort of create a luxe aesthetic without actually going for brands, without going for specific, let's say, luxury brands. So this is something that I bought recently, and I really felt like it had sort of luxury vibes to it, and I really, really loved it, because I'm sort of trying to, I guess I'm trying to sort of up-level my content and up-level my style, and I'm at the point where I want my style to sort of reflect sort of where I want to go. I want my style to reflect my goals, and also to reflect my personality, maybe my age, which I know age is a number, but for me, I feel like I wanted my style to be that little bit more mature as well, which I know is something that most people are not going for, but I really wanted to go for. I wanted my style to really feel like, I wanted it to sort of express how I want to feel, which is sort of certain, self-assured. I always go back to the word confident, but it's a bit different to confident. I wanted to feel self-assured, and so yeah, I've really I started trying to sort of create a style that really feels like it encompasses those things as well, because I really like I really like an edge. I used to be really into alternative sort of styles when I was younger, which I'm still really interested in. I love sort of the goth aesthetic, the punk aesthetic. I love all of that. I'm obviously wearing black lipstick today, and I'm also queer. I'm a queer woman, so I like anything that sort of makes me sort of feel a bit in between gender-wise, even though I do identify as a woman. Yeah, but I also really love this kind of luxury vibe, and so I've been trying to sort of keep an eye out for pieces that would be like that. Now this is by I'll have to double check. Now I bought this I actually bought this there was a tea room. I went for afternoon tea with a friend, and I actually bought this there, and it's a really individual piece. It's sort of you can see it's sort of black, but it's not all one colour, and it has the gold through it. It almost looks like sequins, but it's actually like graphic. So I guess I really just wanted to share with you that, you know, there are different ways to create whatever aesthetic it is that you want without necessarily having to spend a huge amount of money. Obviously that, you know, you might not have, and you might not have that budget. So I guess that was really what I wanted to share, that those are the few pieces that I have. And if you are starting, you know, sort of on your luxury journey, I wanted you to know that it's okay to be at the beginning of it, and, you know, you're still allowed to love whatever it is that you love. And, you know, it's okay to, because I remember for a while I started talking about this on TikTok, and, you know, I had some people saying to me, you know, how can you talk about this if you don't own any pieces? And I guess I wanted to say to you that you have the right to, you know, you have the right to have your passions, and, you know, you're allowed to be passionate about whatever brands you're passionate about and whatever aesthetic you love. And so that was really what I wanted to share. I'll see if I can put, I might have already put a video up there of sort of what this looks like full length, just to give you an idea. So yeah, if you're starting your journey, I really, really love conversation, so I'd really love you to and let me know if you relate to this. If you're at the beginning of your luxury journey, then please, you know, tell me where you're at. Tell me in the comments, do you have any pieces yet? What are your dream pieces? Do you have any dream pieces? You know, where are you at? I'd really love for us to discuss this. What is it that you love about fashion, or you know, what aesthetic are you really going for right now? So let's share, let's talk in the comments. And again, if you're not subscribed, I'd love for you to subscribe. I leave my Instagram handle down below as well, and I will see you in the next video.